Welcome to Slow Clear English. Learn English with clarity and confidence, one word at a time.
Hello and welcome to Slow Clear English. I'm Oliver. In this podcast, we speak slowly and clearly to help you understand real English.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lucy.
Before we start, Lucy, can I ask something?
Of course.
If you enjoy learning English with us,
Please like the video, subscribe to the channel,
and if this episode helps you,
leave a comment and tell us what you think.
it really helps the channel.
And it helps us know you're listening.
All right, let's begin. So today we are going to explore a very deep topic.
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe the biggest frustration for anyone learning a new language.
Yes.
We're looking at some sources today that describe a very specific kind of pain.
The pain of knowing the answer.
Exactly. Knowing it, but not being able to, say it.
Right. It's a situation where you feel so intelligent inside your own head, but then you open your mouth and you feel, well, not so intelligent.
It really is the classic problem. I think we see this in almost every student, don't we?
We do. They come to us with a lot of knowledge
Yes.
they've studied for years.
Right.
And they say, I can read the news, I can watch movies with subtitles, I can understand you perfectly right now. But then there's always a but.
The big but.
Yeah.
The big but is, I cannot speak.
Exactly. They freeze. They get stuck. It's like there's a wall between the brain and the mouth.
That is just a terrible feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of our listeners, they know this feeling.
Yeah.
You're in a conversation.
Uh-huh.
Someone asks you a question, and you know the answer.
Mm.
You do. You know the grammar. You know the words.
But you just stand there.
Yeah. You just stand there. You smile. You nod your head.
No words.
But no words come out.
Yeah.
Why does that happen? I mean, is it just because we're nervous? Or is it something deeper?
It is deeper. And to really understand it, we need to look at the first big idea from our research today. It's an analogy about a car.
A car. Okay. I like cars.
So imagine you want to learn how to drive. You've never, ever driven a car before.
Okay.
So you go to library and you buy a very big, very expensive book called How to Drive.
Right. Got it. I take the book home, sit in my comfortable chair, and I read.
You read everything. You memorize the whole book. You know the pedal on the right is the gas. You know the one on the left is the brake. You study all the rules of the road.
I know what red light means. A stop sign, everything.
Yes. You get a 100% on the written test.
So I feel like an expert. I know everything there is to know about driving.
In your head, yes.
Right.
But now imagine I give you the keys to a real car.
Uh-oh.
I put you in the driver's seat on a busy highway, and I just say, drive. What happens?
I panic. I mean, I'm terrified.
Well, why? You read the book.
Because reading isn't. It's not doing. My hands, they don't know how much to turn the wheel. My foot has no idea how hard to press the brake.
Mm-hmm.
I have the theory, but I don't have the feeling.
Exactly. And that is the difference between passive knowledge
Right.
and active skill. Driving is a physical skill. It needs your body to move automatically. You can't just think your way through a highway. You have to react.
And this is what's happening with English.
Yes. Most students, they treat English like a history book or maybe a science book. They just study facts.
Okay.
They memorize lists. Table means mesa. Run means core.
Yeah.
They fill their brain with all these facts.
Right.
But speaking is not a test of facts. Speaking is a physical sport.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That's a very strong statement. Speaking is a sport.
Yes. Think about it. To speak, you have to move your body.
I guess you do.
You have to move your jaw, your tongue. You have to change the shape of your lips, control your breath. These are all physical actions.
I've never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
I always think of language as just mental, like computer code in my head.
And that is the mistake. The research we're looking at today, it calls this the mouth muscle concept.
The mouth muscle.
Yes, your mouth is full of muscles. And right now, for most learners, those muscles are trained for your native language. If you speak Spanish, your tongue is strong in all the Spanish positions. If you speak Japanese, your lips are used to the Japanese shapes.
So when I tried to speak English, my muscles
Are what?
confused.
They're weak. It's like going to the gym. Imagine you want big muscles in your arms.
Okay.
You can stand in the gym and just look at the heavy weights. You can read a book about lifting weights. You can watch strong people on YouTube.
Right.
But if you never actually touch the weight, will your muscles grow?
No, of course not. My arms will stay small.
Exactly. To speak English, you need to train the English muscles in your mouth. You need to physically move your tongue in new ways. And this feels strange at first. It feels uncomfortable.
Is that why my mouth feels tired after I speak English for a long time?
Yes, that is a very good sign. It means you are working the muscle. If your mouth is tired, you're actually learning. But most people, they stop before they get tired. They might read for an hour, but they speak for 0 minutes.
So we have a problem, a big one. We've been studying the book of driving, but we never actually get in the car. We have library knowledge, not gym knowledge.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Okay, so how do we fix this? And I assume the answer isn't read more books.
No. The answer is to start moving the mouth. And we've found 3 specific techniques in our research today. These are practical ways to go to the mouth gym.
Let's start with the first one. It has a kind of mysterious name. It's called shadowing.
Shadowing.
When I hear shadow, I think of that, the dark shape on the ground that follows me when I walk in the sun.
That is the perfect image. A shadow does exactly what you do. If you raise your hand, your shadow raises its hand.
Right.
Immediately. At the same time.
Okay, so how do we do this with English?
You become the shadow of a native speaker. So you need some audio. It could be this podcast, a YouTube video, a movie, anything.
Okay, I have my audio. What's next?
You listen and you repeat exactly what they say, but, and this is the important part, you try to say it at the same time as the speaker.
At the same time.
Or maybe just 1 tiny second later.
Oh, wait, that sounds really chaotic. If I'm speaking at the same time, I won't be able to hear the speaker properly?
It takes practice. You're like an echo. You're not waiting for the whole sentence to finish. If I say, hello, how are you today? You're saying hello, right behind me.
Why is this better than just, repeating after the sentence is done? Most teachers say, listen, pause, repeat.
And listen, pause, repeat is okay, but shadowing is much better for flow.
For flow.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you pause, you're using your memory. When you shadow, you're using rhythm. You're sort of surfing on the wave of the speaker's voice.
Ah, I see. So you're copying the music of the language, not just the words.
Yes. English has a music. It goes up and it goes down. It's fast in some parts, slow in others. We call this intonation. When you shadow, you stop worrying about individual words. You stop worrying about grammar. You just copy the sound. You're like a parrot.
Or an actor.
Yes, an actor. That's a great comparison. An actor playing a role. They copy the accent, the emotion. You are acting like a native speaker.
But I have a question. I know our listeners will have this question.
Okay.
What if the speaker's too fast? What if I miss a word? I'll feel stupid. I'll panic.
And this is the most crucial detail of shadowing. If you miss a word, do not stop.
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Jump to the next word you hear. Imagine you're singing along to a song on the radio.
Okay.
If you don't know one line of the song, do you turn off the radio?
No. I just kind of hum.
Yeah.
And then I sing the part I know.
Exactly. Do that with English. If you miss a word, just make a sound and catch the next word. The goal here isn't perfection. The goal is movement. We want to break that habit of stopping every single time you make a mistake.
That is very powerful, because in a real conversation, you can't stop. You can't check a dictionary. You have to keep the flow.
Right. Shattering trains your brain to keep moving forward. It trains your mouth to move at a natural speed.
So for listeners who want to try this,
Yeah.
what should they listen to? Should they start with, like, the news?
The news can be quite difficult. They speak very, very fast and use formal words.
Right.
I would suggest starting with something a bit slower, like this podcast. Or stories for children, or even cartoons.
Oh, cartoons are great for this. The emotions are always so clear.
Yes, and that brings us perfectly to our second technique. Because shadowing is about speed and rhythm, but we also need to connect to feeling.
Okay, and this technique is called simple phrases and emotion.
Yes. And this one addresses what I call the robot problem.
A robot problem.
You know this problem. A student says, hello, how
Are.
you? I am
No.
fine.
They sound like a machine. There's no life in the words.
And because there is no life, the words don't stick in the brain. Our brains remember emotions. We remember things that are funny or sad or exciting. We forget things that are boring.
So how do we add emotion to our practice?
We start with very simple phrases. Don't try to be a philosopher. Don't try to discuss, the economy. Start with phrases you know perfectly.
Okay, give me an example.
I'm ready. Just 2 words. I am ready.
Okay, simple. I know what that means.
Now, I want you to say it, but I want you to act.
Oh.
Imagine you just won the lottery. You're going to pick up $1 million. Now say, I'm ready.
Okay, excited. I'm ready.
Great. Now imagine you're at the dentist. You are terrified. He is going to pull out a tooth. Say, I'm ready.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all right,
ready.
great.
Now imagine you're a soldier in a movie. You're very brave, very serious. Say it.
Deep voice. I'm ready.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happened there? The words didn't change at all, but your brain had to work differently each time. Yeah, I felt it differently in my body. When I was happy, I was smiling. When I was scared, my stomach felt tight.
That connection, the one between the physical feeling and the English word,
Yeah.
that is the magic glue. When you attach an emotion to a phrase, you own it. It becomes part of you. It becomes automatic.
It stops being a translation from your language.
Yes. When you're really, truly scared, you don't have time to translate. If you practice, I'm ready with fear, then when you're actually scared, the English might just come out automatically.
So we should practice simple phrases like let's go or good morning or I'm tired, but say them in 5 different ways.
Exactly. Say them angrily. Say them sadly. Say them mysteriously. It's a game. Have fun with it. This warms up your mouth and it wakes up your brain.
I like this because you can do it alone. You don't need a partner.
That is true. And that is the biggest fear for most people, isn't it? Other people.
Oh, yes. The fear of judgment. What
Yeah.
if I make a mistake and people laugh at me?
Yeah.
That fear, it stops so many people from even trying to speak.
And that is why the third technique is so important. It's called speaking alone, or, my favorite, narrating your life.
This is about creating a safe zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your home is your safe zone, in your bedroom or your kitchen or even your shower. There are no teachers. There are no native speakers. There's no one there to correct you, no one to laugh.
So I can be terrible, and it just doesn't matter.
You can be absolutely terrible. It's wonderful. You have permission to make all the mistakes you want,
Yeah.
but you must speak out loud.
So do I just talk to the wall? What do I say?
You talk to yourself, you narrate your life. Imagine you are the narrator in a documentary about your own life.
Like on a nature show.
Mhm.
Here is Oliver. He is walking to the kitchen.
Yes, but use I. Describe exactly what you were doing in that moment. Let's try it. Imagine you're making breakfast. What are you doing?
Okay. I am walking to the fridge. I am opening the door. It is cold. I see the milk. I am taking the milk.
Keep going.
I am looking for a glass. Where's a glass? Ah, here it is. I am pouring the milk into the glass. Oops, I spilled a little bit.
Perfect. Now, this sounds very, very simple, right?
It feels a little silly, to be honest. I'm a grown man talking to myself about milk.
It might feel silly, but think about what you are actually doing. You are connecting your eyes directly to your mouth. You see the milk, you say milk. There is no translation, there is no delay.
You're cutting out the middleman.
Exactly. You are creating noise in English. Most learners, they live their whole lives in silence. They read silently, they listen silently. But to speak, you have to be comfortable with the sound of your own voice in English.
That's a really deep point.
Yeah.
Sometimes my own voice sounds strange to me in English. I sound like a different person.
That's completely normal. You are a slightly different person in English. By speaking alone at home, you get used to this new voice. You make friends with your English voice.
And you can do this anywhere.
Anywhere you are alone. The car is a great place. Driving to work, you can describe the traffic. The red car is fast. The light is green. I am turning left now.
And what if you don't know a word? Let's say I'm cooking, and I don't know the word for spatula.
That is a great moment because now you have a knowledge gap. You really want to know that word, so you look it up.
Right.
And because you needed it in that moment, you will remember it. It's much, much better than memorizing a random list of kitchen tools from a book.
Context is everything.
It is. So we have the mouth exercises, shadowing, emotion, narrating. These all help the physical part of speaking, but we need to go deeper. We need to talk about what's happening inside the brain.
We need to talk about the translation trap.
This is the enemy of fluency.
I know this enemy very well. Let me describe the process. Someone asked me, how was your weekend?
Okay.
First, my ears hear the English. Second, my brain translates that question into my native language. Third, I think of the answer in my native language. I went to the park. Fourth, my brain opens a mental dictionary and translates each word back into English. I went to bark. Fifth, I check the grammar. Is it went or goed? And then sixth, finally, I speak.
And by that time, the other person has walked away.
Exactly. It's just too slow. It's exhausting.
This is the translation trap. You are doing 4 steps when you should only be doing 1. We have to stop translating.
But that's so easy to say. Stop translating.
But-
How? It's a habit. My brain does it automatically.
You have to train your brain to think directly, and you have to start small. Don't try to think about complex ideas in English yet. Start with objects.
Objects.
Yes, just look around the room right now. What do you see?
I see a table,
Right.
a microphone, a window, a coffee cup.
When you looked at the table, did your brain think the word table, or did it think the word in your language first?
Honestly, it probably thought the word in my language first.
That is the habit we have to break. You need to force your brain to label the world in English. When you see the object, stick the English word to it immediately.
Like a sticker.
Yes. Imagine you have mental Post-it notes. Every time you see water, you think, water. Don't let your native language even enter the room. If you feel cold, you just think cold.
So we are building a new path in the brain.
We are building a superhighway. Right now, you have a slow dirt road with lots of stops. See object native word translation, English word. We want a fast highway. See object English word.
This reminds me of how babies learn. They don't translate. They see a bottle and they learn milk.
Exactly. We want to get back to that direct connection. And you can practice this silently. You can just walk down the street and name everything you see in your head. Tree, bus, dog, man, blue, fast.
And what if I don't know the word for something?
Skip it. Or use a simpler word. If you see a limousine and you don't know that word, just think car or big car.
Oh.
The goal isn't vocabulary precision. The goal is to keep the internal voice, your internal radio, in English.
I like that. Keep the internal radio tuned to English.
Yes. If you do this enough, eventually you will start to dream in English. And that is when you know you are really becoming fluent.
That is the dream. Literally. Okay, now let's talk about fitting all of this into a busy life. Our listeners are busy people. They have jobs, families, hobbies. They can't spend, 4 hours a day studying English.
And they don't need 4 hours. In fact, 4 hours might even be too much. We need to talk about lifestyle and the 5-minute rule.
Okay, let's start with lifestyle. The big idea here is immersion.
Immersion usually means, moving to the country, moving to London or New York.
Which most people can't do.
No. So we have to immerse ourselves at home.
How do we do that?
You change your environment. Look at the device that's probably in your pocket, your smartphone.
It's the thing I look at 100 times a day.
What language is it in?
It's in my native language, of course.
Change it. Change it to English. Right now.
But that's scary. What if I delete something important? What if I can't find the settings menu?
You know your phone very well. You know where the buttons are by their position. Change it to English. Now, every single time you look at your phone, you are seeing English words. Settings, display, notifications, loading, cancel.
So it forces me to interact with English for real tasks, not just for studying.
Exactly. You are making English a tool, not a school subject.
Okay, what else can we do?
Think about your entertainment. Do you use social media, Instagram, TikTok?
Yes, probably too much.
Follow some English accounts. Look at memes in English.
Memes are actually a great way to learn, aren't they? They're funny pictures with text.
They're fantastic because they use real language. They use slang. They use cultural jokes.
Yeah.
If you can understand a meme, you are understanding the culture.
Right.
And because they're funny, your brain wants to understand them.
And podcasts, obviously. Like this one.
Yes. But don't just sit and listen. Listen while you do other things. Listen while you wash the dishes. Listen while you fold the laundry.
This is all about filling the dead time in your day with English.
Yes. Turn your kitchen into an English classroom. Turn your car into a university.
Now, what about this 5-minute rule? You said 4 hours might be too much? Why?
Because of human psychology. If you tell yourself, I must study for 2 hours today, what happens?
I feel tired just thinking about it. I procrastinate. I say, I'll do it later. And then it's bedtime and I haven't done it.
Exactly. The task is too big. But if you say, I will practice for just 5 minutes, can you do that?
Yes. Anyone can do 5 minutes. I can do 5 minutes while my coffee is boiling.
Correct. And here's the secret. Consistency is more important than intensity.
Explain that.
It is much, much better to practice for 5 minutes every single day than for 5 hours just once a month.
It's like brushing your teeth.
Yes. You don't brush your teeth for 2 hours on Sunday and then stop for the rest of the week, do you?
No.
You do it for 2 minutes every morning and every night. That is how you keep your teeth healthy. It's how you keep your English healthy.
And usually once you start for 5 minutes.
You don't stop. The hardest part is always starting. If you tell yourself just 5 minutes, you start. And then usually you find it's interesting and you keep going for 20 minutes. But the goal was only 5.
So don't break the chain.
Exactly. Mark it on your calendar. Every day you do your 5 minutes, put a big X. Your only job is don't break the chain of X's.
We have covered so much today. The car analogy, shadowing, emotion, narrating your life, thinking directly, lifestyle changes. But there's one final thing, and it might be the most important thing.
Confidence.
This is the barrier that isn't in the mouth, and it isn't in the brain, it's in the heart.
So many people are just waiting to be perfect. They think, I will speak when my grammar is perfect, or I will speak when I don't have an accent.
And if you wait for that,
Yeah.
you will be silent forever.
You will wait forever. You have to. You have to celebrate your voice.
But what about accents? I know many people hate their accent. They want to sound exactly like an American or a British person.
But why? Your accent is your history. It tells people where you are from. It tells people that you are brave enough to learn a whole second language.
That's true. If someone speaks English with an accent, it means they know 2 languages. That is impressive.
Exactly. Don't apologize for your accent. The goal of language is communication. It's connection. It's not to sound like a perfect robot. If I can understand you, you are speaking good English.
So, speak messy English, speak broken English, but just speak.
Yes. And this brings us to the final, really deep insight of our research today. The theory is this: brain follows mouth.
Okay, tell me about this. Usually, we think we need to learn first, and then we speak.
We think the brain leads and the mouth follows, but it works the other way too. When you force your mouth to speak, you wake up your brain.
You create a demand.
Yes. If you stay silent, your brain gets lazy. It doesn't need to work hard. But if you start speaking, your brain panics just a little. It says, oh, we are doing this. I need to find the words. I need to find the grammar quickly.
So the pressure of speaking actually makes the brain learn faster.
It accelerates everything. You learn while you speak. You don't learn to speak.
That is a beautiful idea. Fluency is born in the struggle.
Yes. So get in the car, press the gas pedal. It will be scary. You might crash a few times, but it is the only way to learn how to drive.
That's all for today.
Yes. But don't stop here.
Take your time and listen again if you need.
And practice a little every day.
If you like this episode,
Please like the video and subscribe.
and tell us in the comments.
What was easy and what was difficult?
We love reading your comments.
And we read all of them.